Hello, this hypnosis process that you're going to see here was done at the beginning of the year as part of the New Year's resolution, New You hypnosis process. It's really designed to help create a new identity in oneself so that making change is more positive and easier. You will notice that we begin this hypnosis process with a discussion about hypnosis and specifically about hypnosis for surgery and also what hypnosis is. This whole project was part of a regular meetup that is held every month in Boise, Idaho. So please enjoy.
I met a hypnotist once who, this fellow had to have heart surgery. He could not take an anesthetic. And so she worked with him for a long time to become a really good hypnosis subject so they could do a surgery, open heart surgery. And she also worked with the surgery team. You know, they made sure everything was wrapped and no loud noises and everything like that. And it went really fast. He recovered really well. Really very impressive. Yes. But I like anesthetics.
I did some post-op with no medication, but, and had a baby with no pain, but
Yeah.
I don't know why I couldn't do the surgery. A baby would have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
So was he conscious?
No, he wasn't conscious. Okay. I mean, she was talking to him, and she could focus on his voice. He could focus on her voice rather, but I'm glad we're talking about this. Imagine you have seen hypnosis shows, you've seen it on television. You hear this discussion. I want you to just imagine what it would be like to be that person being hypnotized. I always ask this of my clients because I want them to at least try to make a model of what the actual experience would be of being hypnotized. When I am working with somebody, I have an ideal that I'm going for. For me, hypnosis is an intensely pleasant and profoundly focused state of awareness. There's a phrase hypnotists use: the deeper you go, the better you feel, and the better you feel, the deeper you go. For me, deeper simply means focusing more enjoyably. And when you can start to narrow that attention more and more and more, and it's really pleasant, that's largely all you are aware of, because it feels so good and is so pleasant. Now, what happens when a person does that is that becomes their single awareness. So, a surgery, under that, if they're trained to do that very well, they could have a complete surgery and not be aware of the pain. They're focused on something different and intensely pleasant. I wouldn't necessarily encourage everyone to do that, and I wouldn't recommend anyone do it without a lot of training, so that I would know ahead of time they are really well skilled at it. But when someone is focused like that, all of their awareness is away from whatever the problem is, and you bring in the solution, and it just seems real for them. Does that answer, sort of address the question? Yeah, okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the hypnosis session that I typically do during the second session. Again, it is really about how you see yourself and being able to see yourself in a much more positive light than you could ever imagine. So what I want you to do is get in a comfortable position. Feet flat on the floor, ideally. If your arms, I have found, I want you to be aware, if your arms are resting on the chair here, like here, there's a likelihood, a possibility that your fingers will go to sleep. So make sure your hands are resting either like this on the chair or like this. Yeah, that can bring them to sleep. I don't know, it doesn't happen with everybody, but it can be a weird experience when you wake up and you're thinking, all right? Okay. So the only thing that you have to do is just follow my instructions. You don't have to make anything happen. What's going to happen is going to happen. It's going to be incredibly pleasant. So what I want you to do is just, let's start now. Keep in mind that every one of us wants to do the right thing. So it'd be nice if we had in our head a voice that just told us the right thing to do. And of course, if we heard it, we would do it because it's the right thing to do. So I want you to imagine what that voice would be like. The voice in my head is sort of Darth Vader yelling at me, but you have your own voice. It could be a man's voice, a woman's voice. It could speak to you very loud and commandingly, or just soft and passionately. So imagine what it would be like to have a voice that would always tell you the right thing to do. And when you have that in your mind, just nod your head so that I know. All right, good, good. Great. Imagine this voice telling you the right thing to do. It says, take a really slow, deep breath. When you exhale, just relax completely. And go ahead and do that. Good. The very same voice says, take another slow, deep breath. And when you exhale, just let all the world fall away. Excellent. Now for this moment, just turn your attention to a point near the center of your forehead. And if you want to, very gently gaze upward as if looking at that. Make it very comfortable. And as you put your attention to that point near the center of your forehead, gazing to that point, pay attention to your eyes and your eyelids. Put all of your attention to your eyes and eyelids. And for this moment, for right now, just pretend, imagine, in fact, just suppose that you have taped the eyelids shut. They're sealed together. They're locked down. They are taped so securely. They're sealed so firmly that you know no matter how hard you try, they're going to simply stay closed. Make that true. When you have, just for an instant, prove it to yourself, test it, but then stop testing. And then go even deeper, and all that means is to focus more enjoyably. The deeper you go, the better you feel, and the better you feel, the deeper you go. So just continue to go deeper and deeper, just feeling better and better, just like that. So in a moment I'll count from 3 down to 0, and with every count, go 10 times deeper. So with every count, focus 10 times more enjoyably and feel 10 times better with every count. Starting now with 3, go 10 times deeper, feel even better. And now 2, deeper still. Focus even more enjoyably, feel even better. 1, go even further. And now go all the way 0. Starting right now, any sound, any voice that you hear, either inside or out, just makes it easier and easier to focus only on my voice and to follow my instructions even easier. Anything that you feel either inside or out makes it easier and easier to focus only on my voice and to follow my instruction even easier. So nothing I say or do can disturb or distract you, and whatever I say just instantly becomes your experience. So what I say you think, in that instant think that thought. What I say you feel, bring forth that feeling. What I say you know, you know. What I say you believe, and what I say you can do, you can do. Starting right now, every breath that you take just guides you deeper. So go ahead and just notice how every breath just feels better. Just keep going deeper. Good, just like that, and deeper with every breath. Excellent, you're doing great. Now, there is a place within the mind that you can go where you are the very most in control. It is a place where you feel the most secure, the most in control. It is a place that I call sanctuary. So go now to your sanctuary, however you imagine it, that wonderful place where you feel the most secure, where you feel the most in control. As you're there, here in sanctuary, take a moment to notice how everything that is here in sanctuary contributes to your feeling of comfort. It contributes to your feeling of control. Take some time to just explore sanctuary, absorb every part of it. There is a very special place that is here in sanctuary that is made just for you to sit and to recline and to relax, to get very, very comfortable. So go ahead now and find that place made just for you. When you find it, just settle in. Sit, recline, relax. Get very, very comfortable. And when you've done that, just close your eyes and continue to go even deeper and deeper and deeper. Imagine you could go so deep you could just step outside of your body. And go ahead and just step outside of your body so that you can now see yourself in that very comfortable place here in sanctuary. And go ahead and tell this you to just keep going deeper, feeling better and better and better. And you know that they're safe. You know that other you is perfectly safe. So you can now turn, and as you turn, there is in front of you a very fascinating, wonderful looking door. Now you know that what is beyond this door is a very fascinating, a wonderful room. You know that something very incredible is going to happen within this room. And as you now reach out and open the door and step through, you find yourself in a room in which everything is painted black, so that nothing really stands out. You notice there is lighting within the room, but it's all recessed, so you can tell that everything's illuminated, but you can't tell its source. There is a huge glass partition that separates the room in half. And as you look through that glass partition, you see on the other side a door exactly like the one you entered. Now soon, very, very soon, that door on the other side of that glass partition is going to open. Now, I don't know who is going to enter, but I know that the person who will enter is a person that demonstrates every one of those qualities and traits and virtues that you admire the very most. And it could be someone that you know. It could be simply someone who has all of these incredible traits and qualities. You now see that door open. And that person now steps through. And you see this person. And when you either see this person or recognize them, just nod your head. And this person stands now facing you. Through that glass partition, you see them. And the room behind them dissolves away. And you now begin to see this person go through their life, their every day of their life. And through every moment, through every second, they are demonstrating these incredibly admirable traits, these wonderful qualities, these impeccable virtues that you so admire. Notice how this person interacts with everyone, friends and family. Notice how in every situation, in every event, they demonstrate these traits and qualities through their thoughts, through their words, through their behaviors. Notice how even in the quiet moments when no one is watching, these traits and qualities are there, simply a part of who they are. And especially notice those moments when they are most challenged, when they are most stressed. And these traits and qualities are so strong. They're at every moment. Watch them as they go through every moment of their day, demonstrating these incredible traits and qualities, every event, every situation. Take your time and watch every detail of how these incredible virtues, traits, qualities just guide their life. You find this person now back in the room, looking at you through that glass partition. The room forms behind them. And you see the door from which they first entered opening again. And through that door you see an exact duplicate of you. You see another you step through that door. And this other you now walks to stand behind this person. You know that on the count of 3, this other you is going to walk right into the space this person occupies and absorb every one of these traits and qualities. You know that on the count of 3, this other you will step right into their body and just take on every one of these traits and qualities. 1, 2, 3, and as you watch this other you step into that space, you see this other you transform and stand taller. And now the room behind them dissolves away, and you see this other you begin to go through their day, the very same day that you live every day. And through every moment, these traits and qualities, these virtues are there, guiding them, influencing. Every thought you see this other you think is guided by these traits and qualities. Every word they speak, every action. Watch them as this other you now goes through every moment of their day. The people they interact with, the events, the situations of the day, the very same day you live every day. And these traits and qualities are guiding them, a natural part of who they are. Watch them even in the quiet moments when no one is watching, and still these traits and qualities are there, guiding them, encouraging them, keeping them on track. And watch them even in the most stressful moments, when they are most challenged. And still, these virtues, these strengths, these qualities, these attributes are strong and guiding. Watch all the way through the very completion of their day, when they lay their head upon the pillow and drift into a deep and restful dream-filled sleep. Now this other you is facing you again, looking at you through the glass partition. The room behind them forms. You now see this glass partition slide away, and you are now facing this person, you are facing the part of you who has been longing to come forth. A part of you who has been waiting to take hold and take charge. And so you walk to the other side of the room to stand behind this other you. And you know that on the count of 3, you are going to step into the space this other you occupies and take on every one of these qualities. You know on the count of 3, you're going to fit right into the body and take on every one of these qualities. 1, 2, 3, and as you step into their body, you now see through new eyes. You hear with new ears. You sense and feel the world differently. Thinking new thoughts. And now you go through your day from the very moment you awaken, and even before you place your feet on the floor, you notice these traits and qualities there guiding you, encouraging you, protecting you, keeping you from harm. Notice every second of your day, these traits, virtues, and qualities are there through every interaction with friends, family, people you know, peers, co-workers. And you treat them with these traits and qualities as your guide. And it is natural, it is without hesitation. Every word that you speak, every thought that you think, every behavior is measured by these traits and qualities. Go through every moment of your day. See what you would see, hear what you would hear, sense and feel the world now differently. Because you're different. Go to those moments when you're alone. And still you notice these virtues, these traits guiding you and encouraging you. Go to the most stressful moments of your day. And these qualities come forth to guide you, to encourage you, to protect you. Go all the way through your day to that very moment where you rest your head upon the pillow. As you close your eyes, you remember with such appreciation and gratitude the day. And of course you drift into a deep and restful dream, filled sleep. The next day you awaken. These traits and qualities are as strong as before. Go through every moment of this day and see what you would see, hear what you would hear, sense and feel the world now being guided by these values. And go through the day after that, let the days begin to start to speed through your mind. And suddenly you find yourself back in the room, alone, and you feel different. You walk to the side of the room where you started, and you watch the glass partition slide back into place. As you now step out of that room, you notice that now when you remember how you used to behave, you are not that person anymore. You're stronger. Starting now, whenever you remember old patterns and behaviors, you will think or even say the words, I am not that person anymore. And feel this strength grow within you. That's right, starting now and from this time forward, whenever you remember how you used to behave, you will feel these strengths grow and you will think or even say the words, I am not that person anymore. So remember now how you used to hold yourself back. And say those words with strength. I am not that person anymore. Repeat that in your mind again and again. Feel the strength grow every time. And you are not that person anymore. You're stronger. You are here in sanctuary, and sanctuary is always available to you. Even in the moments, whenever you need it, you can return to sanctuary. Just by closing your eyes and recalling it. And when you return to sanctuary, all of the world is put on hold. When you return from sanctuary, you will always return energized and refreshed and feeling absolutely wonderful. Now, you notice that way off in the distance is a very beautiful round zero. Focus on that zero. Put every bit of your attention to that beautiful round zero. Because in a moment I'm going to count from 5 down to 0. And when I begin to count, you begin to move toward that 0. And when I reach 0, then you reach that 0 and you pass through it into the most amazing, the most wonderful experience that you could ever imagine. You really want to go through that 0. So focus on it now. Focus totally on it. 5, you're moving toward it. You want to get to it, you want to get through it as quickly as possible. 4, you're feeling anticipation that grows stronger and stronger as you get closer and closer. 3, you realize that what is through there is even more amazing and more incredible than you ever could have imagined. Your anticipation grows even more. 2, you're getting closer. Now you feel every part of you just wanting, screaming to get through there. 1, you're almost there, you're so close. 0, pass through it. Just let it wash over you and through you, just like waves are passing through your body and your mind. With every breath, you feel an incredible wave just pass through you. And you feel even better as a wave now passes through you. Anything you see is so beautiful. As another wave passes through you. Every sound is so pleasing it is like music. Another wave passes through you and it turns every feeling, every emotion now into pleasure and joy. And another wave passes through you. Every taste and smell is so satisfying. And as you focus even more, you feel even better. So now put all of your attention to this incredible experience. Focus now totally on this incredible experience that you're feeling right now. Because now you don't have to pay attention to my voice. You don't have to even remember my words. I'm speaking to a much deeper part of you. I'm speaking to the subconscious mind. I'm speaking now to you, the subconscious mind. You are the one who is in charge. You are in charge of the welfare of this person, and you will continue to help this person from this time forward. And starting now, any time a memory of old behaviors, patterns, and responses returns, you will remind them they are not that person anymore, and build a sense of strength that grows stronger every moment. That's right. Starting now, whenever this person remembers the old patterns, habits, and behaviors that are no longer of use, you will remind them they are not that person anymore. And build a sense of strength that grows stronger every moment. Nod your head when you understand. And accept this instruction. Good. Very good. Now, that person that you see, every time that you look in the mirror, that is a person of strength. You see yourself in the mirror, you see a person of strength who is loved and who is loving, who is caring and who is cared for, and who is strong and beautiful inside and out. You know that that is true because you are that person. You are a person of strength, loved and loving, caring and cared for, strong and beautiful inside and out. That person that you see when you look in the mirror is a person of worth, is a person of value, is a person of importance. And you know that that is true because you are that person. You are a person of value. You are a person of worth. Nod your head when you understand and accept this. That's right. Very good. Now, take a moment to let every bit of this just become a part of your soul, part of your very being. It will never be stamped out, and it will never be removed. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. At the count of 5, you'll immediately notice a wonderful change in your thoughts and in your thinking. So in a moment, I'll count from 1 to 5. At the count of 5, your eyes will open wide awake, refreshed, feeling absolutely amazing, feeling incredible. Starting now with 1, all the relaxation moving from your body. 2, energy now moving into your body. 3, take a deep breath, inhale very deeply. 4, your chest is clear, your throat is clear, your sinuses, your head, your mind is clear. And 5, eyes open, wide awake, feel awesome, feel great. What are you guys doing? Okay, what's that like?
Excellent. It's amazing.
Amazing.
Almost fell out of my chair.
So, it was good. Okay, I have this thing. I test for results. So think about the crap that you used to do, and notice how distant that feels from you right now. Notice how you used to put yourself down and hold yourself back. Say the words, I'm not that person anymore. Hear it in your mind if you're not going to say it aloud, but hear it and notice how good that feels. Got it? Okay. Happy New Year. That's what this is all about. All right?
Nice gift.
You're very welcome. And sanctuary is something I always teach people. Just remember, it's always there. When it's safe to do so, I always say, when after you've parked the car, or before you've started the car, it's always a great place to just close your eyes for 30 seconds, go to sanctuary. If you're in the bathroom, if you're standing in line, anytime it's safe to do so, you're going to go there, the world's going to be put on pause. When you return, you're going to return refreshed. It's always there for you. All right? All right. Questions, comments?
I want to share something with you.
Please.
A few weeks ago, I had a clearing in my brain and in meditation. And we were told to go to a color, whatever that color was.
Okay.
And for me, just now, I've just been bathed in that beautiful purple color again. Thank you.
Nice. Very good.
Yeah, thanks.
Very good. Well, what I tell people is you have this experience, you feel it right now, just take a moment, memorize that feeling, so that whenever you need to, you just remember it, and it's there. It's every detail of it, it's right there for you. Okay? Okay. Okay, well, this is it. This is what I intended to do. I will be here, I'm going to be here till about 8 o'clock, so if you want to sit around and talk, you can. If you want to take off, you're welcome to. As I mentioned in the email, I do ask that if you want to donate something, please do. It'll help pay for the room and my gas and stuff like that. But most of all, just want you to have an awesome month until I see you next time, and bring some friends and whatever. Okay, if you have questions, I have some material about my practice, and that's it. I always like to say, you know, because you're here, you're not somewhere else. So you had to make a sacrifice, and I just want to acknowledge, thank you for making that sacrifice.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.